it's been a minute. I know the last video was kind of depressing. And in all fairness, that video was pre-recorded like weeks ago, and I've been too big of uh, a female dog to release it. But anyway, usually I would have this long drawn out docket to do and send it and things like that. But today I have quite the treat for you guys. Today we are going to be looking over some body cam footage. This body cam footage was provided by the YouTuber Code Blue Cam. But before we get any of that started, let's get some plugs, this comes out of the way, and then we can get this video started. Okie dokie. I don't want to keep beating around the bush. I already gave somewhat of an introduction. Then again, this video is from Code Blue Cam, so I'm grateful we have law enforcement channels like Code Blue Cam, Real World Police, and Police Activity. For the sake of this video and fair use and copyright stuff, I'm going to have myself in the little bottom, I think it's going to be right corner for you guys. I dare not try to point it out, but I'm going to be in the bottom right corner, so hopefully by then... I guess this will work, right? I'm going to be looking forward at the screen in front of me, and hopefully I have it synced up to where we're both reacting at the same time. And my speakers. Anyway, let's go.
Be Wisconsin, Adam. Hey guys.
What's the issue?
So Officer Ray with the Eau Claire Police Department. So the reason why I'm making contact with you is because
some random dude pulled by and I told him to go the f away if that's the issue.
Okie dokie, alright. Just by the officer approaching the vehicle already, he made himself known, identified himself. As you can tell, the driver of the vehicle is already not in a particularly good mood. And I don't want to make a habit out of this. I know I'm not going to try to stop every 5 seconds to try to critique everything. Not what the officer's doing, but just in general. So, yeah. It's going to be a bumpy ride, I have a feeling.
Okay, well, we got a call saying that you were arguing with another girl, and
yeah,
that you guys.
My girlfriend. We can argue in public.
Okay. Well, we just want to know what's going on. We got a call, so we got to do our due diligence to come out here and investigate. Okay.
Argument's done.
Okay.
So everything's done, right? No traffic stop. You never pulled me over.
Nope. So right now we're investigating because we got called out here for a reason, right?
What's the reason you got called out here for?
That it's a domestic relation. It's a domestic that you guys were yelling at each other. So we just.
I wasn't yelling at her. My car was broke. She got out. I'm telling you the story. Okay. Some dude pulled by, started yelling at her. I don't like guys talking to my girlfriend, so I got out of my car and told him to pull the f away. And then after he left, he said,
Miss,
I'm going to call the cop.
Can you exit the vehicle for me? What? Can you exit the vehicle for me?
Oh, no, I'm fine.
She's
I'm totally fine.
My partner's going to come here and talk to you, so if you can just exit out.
I have to work, sir, and I really don't have time.
I understand that.
So we have, like, other
But
things to do.
I understand that. But the faster you guys cooperate with us, and if
why do
nothing
we have
is
to
really going on.
What did I do wrong to cooperate?
Okay, so let's unpack everything one bit at a time. So, he is responding to a domestic, all right? So with domestics, you kind of have to. They say that domestics are one of the most dangerous things you can go on. Some of them can be at a house. Some of them could be at an apartment complex. Some of them can be here out in the parking lot. They were arguing with one another. Presumably girlfriend and boyfriend, husband and wife, whatever what that deal is. They were creating a disturbance, which gives them the right to check them out. But before I get too big for my britches, because I know most of you guys are probably asking, hey Michael, why doesn't he just leave them alone? They just said they were all right, so they could refuse. Well, they kind of made it their problem. It's none of their business. They kind of made it their problem when they went outside the four walls of their house, or really when they attracted the attention of anybody else. That's when they have to intervene. That's when they have to check it out. Because if you really think about it, and you can look it up, there have been many instances where an officer will roll up on a domestic or some type of dispute between couples, and they'll be like, okay, yeah, we're fine. And then an hour, 30 minutes later, someone winds up dead or hurt. So that's why the officer's like, okay, let's get them separated. Let's talk about what's going on. Because in some instances, before the cops got here, or right when the cop got here, the guy could have been like, oh, don't say anything or I'm going to hurt you. Or she could have said, don't say anything or I'm going to hurt you. But already, as we can see, so far, the guy seems to be the primary aggressor. And from the way he described it, the whole reason why they were up in arms, from my understanding, from what I've taken away from the video so far, is that his girlfriend walked out of the car to check out the muffler that is dragging behind them. some guy said something to her and he got all uppity because some guy was talking to his girlfriend. If anything, that sounds terrible, and that sounds like the preambles of someone possibly turning into an abuser, or this turning into something terrible. But first and foremost, the officer has a right to investigate, because like I said, once he made it everybody else's problem, it's kind of everybody else's problem. And honestly, if, let's say, they kept on going and going and arguing and going at it, maybe we could try to throw some disorderly conduct at them or something like that. I'm just saying. I mean, like, if they're out there screaming and hollering at people, creating a disruption, I don't know what state this is in. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure the same thing for disorderly conduct in most states is universal. So, like I said, but for example, if they were arguing back and forth and they wouldn't stop and the officer's like, hey, cut it out, you could possibly throw disorderly conduct in there. Or depending on the circumstance, you can throw DV in there. So, yeah. Already, like I said, the guy, he is already turned up to 100. And I don't know, man. I get it. He might be having a bad day, but still, when an officer comes on the scene, just work with him, please. I don't care if he's like the nicest officer in the world or if he's the crappiest officer. Just work with him, man. Because if you really want to get into it with an officer, the last place you want to be like arguing or getting into it with an officer is on the side of the road or in a parking lot. Go to court and argue it. You know what I mean? Go to court and argue it. But so far, this is already turning out to be a pretty shoddy situation. We're only, 52 minutes into the video already? Not 52 minutes. 52 seconds into the video, and it's already a bunch of jambalaya, so, yeah.
With you about.
I've explained.
So, no, the thing is... on another black male and female in the car. Okay. How do you know it's me? Did they give you a license plate?
They gave us a vehicle
no,
with a
didn't.
Listen, can I finish?
Yeah, there's a gray Impala that just pulled out.
On the ground.
Yes.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Your muffler's on the ground.
Yes,
which
I know,
your
and I
muffler
told
is
you
on the
that.
ground, right?
That's why That's why she got out to look at the car. I got out to yell at the guy to stop talking to my girlfriend.
Okay, I understand.
Problem solved, right?
No. If it's that easy, right? Then we wouldn't be having any investigations going on. But
I don't know why there's an
why is there investigation? I told the to stop talking to my girlfriend. What's the issue?
Okay.
If say your wife's with you. Say your wife's.
What's your name, boss?
Please.
What's your name?
I'm not giving this a name because my ID's.
Okay, you're not helping the whole situation here.
I don't care. I do not care.
Nora 169, of course. If you could start an additional.
No, everybody's just getting in my way. I'm just trying to go to work and not my fault.
While he kept seeing red and unlocking new levels of stress.
No, they go to jail, bro. I care.
Okie dokie. Yeah. That is a lot. That is certainly a lot. As you can see, he is getting very, very agitated as time goes on. You know, the officer already told him, hey, step out the vehicle. Hey, step out the vehicle. This isn't like, let's get this straight. This isn't like some kind of like wellness check or something. He was dispatched to the call. A domestic, which is an investigatory, I guess, offense, if you would. Like I said before, he has the right to investigate. You know, people calling in saying, yeah, these guys are arguing. Okay, now it's time to go to work. So, since this is considered, I guess, an official stop, if you want to call it that, if he wants you to identify yourself, he has the right to. You know what I mean? He has the right to ask for identification. So, on top of that, as we continue to go through this, he continues. You can see with his rapid breathing. And maybe, just maybe, this guy just doesn't get along with law enforcement. Maybe he's had a bad run-in the past, or, like I said, maybe he's just having a really bad day at the moment. But the officer told him to get out of the car several times. He told the female to get out of the car several times. And I get it. He's trying to kind of calm him down. I guess you can see his girlfriend's trying to calm him down too. But honestly, at the very moment, I guess, I would want to keep him in the car, which is a good idea. That's why I asked the female to step out of the car. Because it's kind of like keeping him. I would have like it's a good idea to keep him contained. But one thing I did have in mind while watching this is, as he continues to get more agitated and argumentative, it may become an officer safety issue in the future. We're looking at pre-attack indicators. That's something I was taught in the academy. Right now, this guy is kind of hard to read. All I can really tell, is that he's very agitated. Lord only knows what would happen if he was to exit the vehicle. So I commend the officer for trying to calm him down, and he is staying respectful during the entire exchange. And so far, he's staying respectful during the entire exchange so far. Has a nice lowered voice because he's trying to bring this guy that's at 250 down to maybe about 55. And sometimes you can't bring some people down. Sometimes you gotta find a median. You gotta find a comfortable spot, because like I said, you cannot always bring them down to 0. You may not always be able to bring them down to 55. Hell, you may not even be able to bring them back to just 100. So, like I said, I commend this officer for staying calm and things of that nature. But I just don't be like this guy. You know what I mean? Don't be like this guy. And I don't know, man. Let's carry on.
I got paid vacation. This I'll sit in jail to get paid to do it. This gets sent to waste people's time.
Nora 167. Verse 28 will be.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna call my lawyer. He can tell this. What do you need? There's no insurance on the car, and I don't have my license on me. My license are in her car. Write me the ticket and get the out of here. Tell this to get the out of here, man. Yeah, and the more that show up, the more hostile I'm gonna get. No.
Okay.
Can I get out of my car, please, and I'll walk back there away from you guys? Because I do not like...
No, so we need to talk to you, okay? The whole time I've been talking to you, you've been arguing with me.
Yeah, because you don't need to talk to me. For what?
Like I've
for what
explained
are you
to
talking
you,
to
we
me
got
for?
a call
yes,
saying that you
you're
were
talking
yelling at
to
a
me.
female in the
Okay,
parking
if you're
lot.
talking to me about that situation, the situation's done, and someone's coming to fix the car. So what's the fucking problem?
Okay, so why were you guys yelling at each other?
Because that was talking to my girl. I told her to get in the car. I already fucking told you this shit.
Miss, can you exit the vehicle and talk to my
Yes,
partner?
exit the vehicle and go tell him what the fuck happened. So I can keep yelling at this Asian telling him the same fucking thing. Okay, muffler's on the ground. Some guy talking to my girlfriend. I told him to leave. Problem solved. I'll get the muffler off the ground. What the fuck's the problem?
Okay, so why were you so upset at the guy?
Because